Hi, everyone. My name is Volma Volcy with the Ring of Democracy. The Ring of Democracy is a nonprofit. Our mission is to engage, educate, organize, mobilize Black and Brown community within the historically marginalized communities throughout the greater Sacramento region. Our focus is to bolster civic engagement in all communities by having this educational series. Basically, we're having nonpartisan conversations with people who are running for office. So today we have Martha Guerrero with us, Mayor Martha Guerrero of West Sacramento. Hi, Mayor.
Well,
Glad to have you here.
thank you.
Will you please, just introduce yourself to the voters and let us know why you are running for re-election for mayor of West Sacramento?
So as mayor, current mayor of West Sacramento, elected in 2020 to be the mayor, in 2018 as a city council member, I've served this community 16 years through civic engagement myself, Planning Commission, Economic Development Commission, Aging Commission, Universal Preschool for West Sacramento, and the local mental health board. And it's been such a great honor all these years to represent the community, and civic engagement, which is why the Ring of Democracy is important to me as well, is how we get the voice of the people into the city hall and making sure that the decisions we make on city council is addressing the concerns of the community. And that is one of the key reasons why I am continuing to run as mayor, because I believe that we've made some strides, but we need to make sure that those decisions we are making, that what is in the planning process does come to fruition, and making sure that I achieve that as I have committed and promised to the people.
Oh, thank you, Mayor. So you've been mayor now for one term, 4 years?
2 terms.
2 terms.
Two
Okay.
two-year terms.
Two-year terms. So
Yes.
great. So what are some of the things that you are most proud of, and what are some things that you wish to continue to work on as you get reelected?
So one of the things I'm most proud of is making sure that those that are unhoused get the housing that they need. And we have been able to secure housing, transitional housing for them in the last 3 years. We've made sure that the steady rate of homelessness doesn't increase significantly as we've seen throughout the nation and in other jurisdictions. It is at a flat rate, but we have to make more progress by making sure that those programs that we have set in place and which have received funding, and thanks to Assemblymember Cecilia Aguiar Curry, who has helped to contribute funding the nonprofit organization through Mercy Coalition to make sure that that's addressed. Also, I'm really proud of the support that we have received through the trails that have been built throughout the city and the public transportation that we are continuing to build, where our most disadvantaged community members in the north area, in the Brighton Broderick community, they are below the poverty line. And they are, compared to the state of California, we are at 22%, and 14% is the state of California. And so about 69% of those residents are using the public transportation that the city is subsidizing. So we need to continue to make sure that community members who really need the resources get access to those resources, that children, and that's another area I'm really proud of, we have expanded the number of programming for our youth, after school programming and summer programming, that they have access to the resources that they need, which not only helps them to improve their self-esteem, but mental health and social engagement activities so that they grow in a healthy and in a more enriched environment. And so with that, I'm also proud to say that we've stopped the bleeding of our first responders who are leaving for other jurisdictions by making sure that they have a benefit package, better healthcare benefits, better pay, and more support among city council members. So I've worked really hard to achieve that, and I think they feel a little better, but I think we have more work to do.
Okay, thank you for that. You just brought up city council members in West Sacramento. I don't know what it is, but just my personal view, there tends to be a little rift between the city council members, including yourself, and there are things I believe that the city should be working on. they're not working on. Where are those challenges coming from, and what do you think we should be doing about it to make sure we have a functioning West Sacramento, and the people are not being exposed or being hurt by whatever politics that there is?
Say, for example, when we established the single member districts, city council was divided. There was a 3-2 vote. And what Councilmember Alcala and I decided to select a map that kept the disadvantaged community intact. The disadvantaged community I discussed, who needed representation. Instead, 3 council members split that district, which wouldn't allow for them to have a representative who currently is occupied by Councilmember Alcala. That went to court, and we spent thousands of dollars for our city to defend that decision, which was found invalid and unlawful and was reversed. And the map that was selected was the one that Councilmember Alcala and I was chosen. That justified what the people were seeking. Their voice was finally heard. Unfortunately, it had to happen in court. Other decisions where members of the community have been seeking an aquatic center for so many years, for about 15 years, what was promised to them on paper but never came to fruition. Not a single dime was put in the bank to see that aquatic center built. Under my watch now, the cost has gone up. It's about $30 million to build that aquatic center and the Bright Park area. We have 50% of that now in the bank to see that come to fruition. And we're going to work much harder to make sure that happens for our community, that disadvantaged community. In addition to seeing the public infrastructure, which has been neglect for years, where our residents are having to pay out of pocket to fix their tires because our roads are just completely eroding. There's not been a good safety maintenance plan. So it's practically unsafe for our residents to travel. And it took a lot of work. It took myself engaging the community to stand up and to go into City Hall and to fight. And that's what the community needs to continue to do. Because with their support, we can make a difference in getting those council members who look the other way, getting the city administration who tells us we don't have the funding, but does not deliver a full budget since I've been mayor, so that I can evaluate where we prioritize our funding, where we address the needs that are being unmet. And as I've been asking for a full budget since I've been mayor in 2020, we are now finally going to get one, and that's mainly because they are asking for a 1% sales tax increase.
That is very interesting. But then, what do we do? Do we continue on this trajectory of not getting anything done for our people? And also, as you answer that, please, and as you end, just close out for us and let us know again why you are the best person to be the mayor of West Sacramento, and why should the people elect you to do that job?
I believe that the city council members who are running for office today, we have 2 that are incumbents and 1 that has been able to deliver the results for the people in her community, whereas the other who has claimed that she has delivered the results, she's great out in the community, but when it comes to City Hall, you need to make those tough decisions. You need to make sure that the residents are being heard. And that's the one that I think that people need to look at more closely at that election, so that we can make the changes, we can make those decisions, we can find out what's going on in the budget and prioritize, where I'm asking for fiscal transparency and an accountability commission, where I have not been able to receive it because I don't have the 3rd vote to make that happen. And so with that, I'd like to return back to City Hall to represent the community, to represent fiscal accountability and transparency, which is what we need in City Hall, to make sure that we have a safe and affordable and a healthy community for all. And together we can do this, because you have, in me as mayor, a representative who will listen to your voice.
Well, Thank you, Mayor. Appreciate having you. Appreciate you making the time to
Thank you.
talk to us in the voters.
Thank you, Volma.
Thank you.